My name is Vicki Bixel, president of Bixel Associates, a New Jersey-based fundraising consulting firm that assists nonprofits throughout the tri-state area. Several things. I grew up in a family of service. And so my brother and I, from the moment we were born, we were taken to basketball marathons, to walkathons, and we were told very early on that it was important to serve your community, serve those in need, to give voice to those that didn't have voice. And so as we were growing up, this was certainly not a career that I chose, but it was one that was always to the right of me, as it was something that we were born into. This is what my father did and my mother did as we were kids. I was 27 when I took over the business, and there was no succession plan. And so I was literally thrown into a whirlwind as to how to take over a firm that was very well established in the state of New Jersey. Reputation was wonderful. And we had a variety of clients that I knew we had to serve and serve well. So the major obstacle was actually my age and lack of experience in how to run a business at that time. We're now 10 years later, and the fact is that I'm still continuing to learn how to run the business, but I feel that the experiences that I had early on in terms of the obstacles and challenges with my age, but more so the lack of experience that I have brought me to where I am today, to know that I've overcome many of those challenges that I had faced early on. I have been very fortunate to have many female role models in my life. I would start certainly with my mother. There's no doubt about it. She was extraordinary in bringing up my brother and I. She was a community leader in Plainfield, where we grew up, and she taught me how to be a good mother. She taught me the importance of work ethic. She taught me to be honest, and she taught me sincerity in all I do. I also was fortunate enough to go to Mount St. Mary Academy, where I was taught by the Sisters of Mercy for 4 years. And I felt that many of the sisters that I worked with provided great examples of how to live a life of justice and compassion. Several names come to mind when I think of women in power and women in leadership positions that can certainly be role models for everyone. I think of Golda Meir and all the work that she did in Israel so many years ago. I think of Hillary Clinton and how far she has come in her own career. I think of the many nonprofit leaders that I've worked with in the inner cities, whether in Newark, whether in Camden, whether in Patterson. Women rising up, standing up, extending their hand and saying, "Walk with me, let me show you the way." And instead of calling others followers, they're saying, "Stand side by side and see where we can take this journey." I take pride in all of my clients' successes. And so when a large gift comes in to support an institution who needs an endowment or needs operating support or needs to build a new building, those are great moments and great victories for me. But personally, my greatest accomplishment is being able to say that Bixel Associates is going to celebrate 40 years next year. And the fact that we've been able to go through some great tragedies and still stand up and say that this firm is here and we are strong and we've got a great team and we've got such a great family of clients. And that, I believe, is the greatest success. Slow down. Because we're living in this digital world, technology demands that we move quickly. And so I live on my iPhone. My clients live on their computers and their iPhones. And one of the things that it's taken away from us is human contact and taking things at a slower pace, reflecting on what we want to say, how we want to say it, reflecting on what we want to do and how we want to do it. And so if I were talking to myself 10 years ago when I took over the business, I'd say, slow down, take your time, thinks things through, talk to all of those around you, get the best advice that you can get, and make your decisions based on time rather than hurry up, get it done because there's somebody on the other end waiting for an email. I am the mother of two girls. I have a 4-year-old and an almost 7-year-old. And one of the greatest things I think that I can pass along to them is the importance of doing what is right, doing what is just, doing what is good, telling the truth, and making sure they do their very best. No expectation of perfection, but as my mother says, what you do, make it excellent. I would like to see a woman president of the United States of America. We have seen young presidents in our lifetime. We've seen the first African American president in our lifetime. And with women now taking many more leadership roles than ever before, I think it is critical that our daughters and our sons see that a woman can have the top position in the United States and in some ways in the world and be a leader with strength, with clarity, with vision, with excitement, and really with a promise that the next generation is going to have it even better than we did. When I took over the firm, I had many people stand by me and say, you can do this. You've got great staff. You've got great clients. We all are with you. But there were two people that had come to me within the first year and said, perhaps you should close up shop. And that plays with you when you're trying so hard to do something. But that was the piece of advice that I'm so glad I didn't take, because here we are today. I could not live without music. Music has been my life since I was born, and if I wasn't able to hear, whether it's jazz, whether it's Broadway musicals, I could not live.